to make the carousel, we're going to need a bunch of bits from things we built in previous classes. You can see here I have the roof of the temple, I have the base of the temple, I have the zipline swing, and I have the tree. So we're going to start with the roof of the temple. So we do not need these dome pieces. I'm going to take them and put them away. But we will need these 4 octagon quarters and the octagon shape. And we will need all of these 4x6 rectangles. So to begin with, we're going to need 4 of the rectangles, and those 4 rectangles are going to go halfway onto the octagon. So the rectangle is 6 studs long. 3 of those studs are going to be on top of the rectangle, and 3 are going to be sticking off it. And it goes on the flat sides, the sides that are square on to the stud pattern, not on the diagonal sides that cut across the stud pattern. So we're going to go around and stick all 4 of these on, and when you have finished, if they're in the right place, there should be a 4x4 square in the middle in between these pieces. Now we're going to take these 4 triangular wedge pieces and stick them on. They stick onto the little triangle that you can see in between each of your rectangles. And now we're going to do the exact same thing using the green octagon from the tree and using 4 more of these wedge pieces that you should have in a bag that's numbered for today, and the other 4 rectangles. Now we have 2 of these. One of them is going to be the bottom of the carousel. It's going to be the floor that the animals that people ride on sit on, and the other one is going to be the roof. So you should pick which one is which. I'm going to choose this one for my floor and this one for my roof. So the floor piece put away for the moment, and let's focus on the roof. In the bag that you got 4 of your extra wedges from, there are also 4 of these sloped wedge pieces and 4 long slopes, 4 stud long slopes, 2x4s. You're going to start with the wedge pieces, and they stick on so that they connect with the rectangles on either side and on your corner piece. So the single stud on your wedge piece is actually going to be sticking out over that square in the middle. It's not stuck onto anything right there, but the rest of it is stuck on here, here, and here. And that helps hold all of those pieces together, because without that, it's very easy, particularly for the corners, to break off. So we're going to go around and put on all 4 of those wedges. And then we're going to take our yellow slopes, and they're going to fill in the gaps in the middle. So this makes like the slopey roof that points up in the middle on top of the carousel. Now, you'll see there's a gap in the middle of your roof, and I have not included any particular pieces for you to fill that in with. You can leave it empty, or you can build up and have something sticking out and fill it in, or have something sticking out in the middle, whatever you think looks best. Now, for the floor of the carousel, we're going to use pieces from the zip line. We don't need the bracket or the wheel cart. We just need the plates, the 1x4s and 1x6s. So if you take your zip line piece apart, you should end up with 4 1x6s and 2 1x4s. And of course, if you want to keep your zip line intact, you could always look for these pieces in your own Lego. Now, we're going to use these pieces to hold these plates together so they don't fall off like that. we're going to take the two 1x6s and put them across on the edges of opposite sides of that central square. So each of these is now holding the corner pieces together, but it's still possible for one whole side to come off quite easily. So we're going to take the two 1x4s and we're going to put them here and here. So now this is a square. That doesn't hold anything together more yet, but if we take these 1x4 plates and stick them across, no, that doesn't hold anything together yet, but if we take these 1x6 plates and stick them across on top of those 1x4s, so they connect the 1x4 in the middle to the 1x6s at either end, now you have a very firm square, and it's very hard for the edges to pop off. Now you have your tree trunk from the very beginning of this class, and we're going to take it and stick it down in the center here. It's the pole that's going to hold the roof up. Now underneath, if you look in the center of your big octagon underneath, you can see a sort of a circle where some of the round bits in the bottom are not round. They curve at the edges to make a bigger circle. And that is so that you can attach a turntable base onto the bottom of an octagon and make it spin. So the turntable base slides into that circle in the middle, and then it will spin. And you can turn the whole thing the other way up and spin it. Now all we have to do is attach the roof to the top of the tree trunk, and you have a carousel.